Hi, welcome to today's video from the Our Study Note series, a series where I go over loads of different ways you can improve your study and health and productivity and just life in general. Today's video is going to be going over past papers and practice papers. I'm going to be using the words sort of interchangeably, so just keep that in mind. And yeah, the three key concepts or ideas that I'm going to be covering in this video are: 1. What's the best time to start doing practice papers? 2. How many past papers should I do? And 3. What's the best way to use practice papers? So yeah, let's get into it. Number 1. When's the best time to start doing practice papers? You should have already been completing practice questions throughout the year, so you should already be familiar with the styles and formats of the questions that you're going to be getting in the exams. Because past papers cover all of the content for a subject, it's probably best to start doing them between the time when you finish the course and when your actual exams are. Depending on the school, you'll probably finish the content 1 to 2 months before your exams are. However, if you're unlucky, then it's probably on the shorter end of that. The second thing is, how many practice papers should I be doing? And this sort of links to when you should be sitting them, because I like to change how many papers I do depending on how close to the exam that I am. I like to ease into past papers about a month or so before exams, doing a couple here and there before I start increasing it to a maximum 1 to 2 weeks before the exams, where it then sort of plateaus at that level until I sit the exam. This gives you enough time to get into the hang of sitting the exams, whilst you're also revising the majority of the content for your subject. Then, once you've mostly understood all of the content, you can start increasing the number of papers that you do, sort of as a way of consolidating what you've been learning. The past papers in this way sort of act as a tool to ensure you understand what you've learned and consolidate it. They also act as a way of making sure you retain the information that you've learned. And remember, this is what I've found to be most effective for me. You may have a different timeline, so remember to adjust it to your own personal needs and what you find to be most helpful. Third and lastly, what's the best way to use practice papers? Here I'm going to be outlining the process that I go through when I do practice papers. First of all, complete the paper under exam conditions, without notes and within the time limit. This lets you sort of get a feel for how you should be pacing yourself during the exams, and it lets you feel that time pressure that you actually will have. Second of all, go back through your paper with your notes, filling in any answers that you missed out with any extra details from your notes. Thirdly, mark the paper using a mark scheme and add in extra details that you've missed. If there's something that wasn't on your notes, make sure you do add it to them so you come back to revise it later. And once I've done all of this, I make a tally of all of the topics that I've struggled with, so I can see which ones I need to revise more later on. And then you're done, and on to the next paper. That's basically it from me about practice papers. Yeah, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, leave a thumbs up, share it with your friends. If you want to see more, subscribe. There's 2 videos coming out per week for the Our Study series, which is like this series. Put the little bell on if you really, really want to see the videos. If you don't, it's okay. I won't come to your house. Have the most amazing rest of your day. Remember to stay safe and stay kind, and most of all, be happy. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.